um, us both that, kind of, it just shows a playfulness and a disregard, and that's what music should be about. At the end of the day, it's got to be fun. You can have all the atmosphere and all the vibe in the world, but bottom line was John had come up, John and I had come up with something that was, okay, I kind of hijacked it vocally and with whistling and all that. But the fact was, he had come in, and we literally we improvised a song, and it worked. And we've not tried it since. So I think it will work again. But I mean, it's not the easiest song to remember the lyrics to because they're made up on the fly. And it's not the easiest song to perform because of the whistling and because of, it just needs nailing down, really. But for lightning to strike twice and to get two good versions of that song was amazing. So from what you hear from start to finish, it is essentially this lightning caught twice in a bottle. And then, my jamming, there's two harmonica jams on two of the EPs. On Sample Man, I play harmonica on Acting the Part, and I play harmonica on The Retreat. And The Retreat was supposed to be a slow song, and it just ended up being this really, long, really fast jam, like spaghetti western jam. But on after Cecil the Lion, on Of the Moment Tunes, I was at a live jam. It sort of kicked off, and I ended up writing a bit of a song, and someone recorded part of it on their phone, and it was called Under Her Spell, and it was written about a friend of mine who was involved in a very, very precarious relationship with a man, and she was under his spell. I didn't kind of like that too much, and anyway, the harmonic, basically what I got was this harmonica instrumental that sounded like it was something out of Sun Studios. So going back to listening to Elvis and Sam Phillips and Buddy Holly and all this sort of stuff, it was sort of come full circle. And I'd always been a fan of it, and I'd loved watching it on YouTube. And I thought, sod it, I'm going to take the vocals, I'm going to take the audio of it, just read it like Robin taught me how to, add a bit more ambience to it, as it were, and let that sit in the middle. And then I'm just going to have another two songs, which ended up being There's This Girl I Know, which again fits in quite well because we've just come out of a jam. Well, we've just come out of a, quite a chilled rock electric thing with chill, with, trippy thing with chill. We've then gone to a jokey thing with Cecil the Lion. We've then got this jam, sort of a live thing, this live jam, but you can really hear, the fact that it is live and it really is visceral to this, pretty much one take on both our parts, one take, wonder track that is live and raw and has Billy Bragg elements about it, but it's fairly punky, and again it's slightly jokey. It is jokey, and it's fun, but the thing is it's electric, and and there's not many other instruments in it, so it's fairly bare. So you've gone from something that's really complex musically to something that's really bare. But the point is, next one, A Fragile Mind, which is recorded in the room. The reason I'm a fan of this song is because me and Bryony were talking crap. We had about 20 odd cups of tea this time. We've been working on a picking pattern and a couple of chords, and I've been telling her where to put her fingers. She doesn't normally take my advice on that, but she does whenever she's at the guitar. So basically, we were working on one song, and that really wasn't coming together. But we started working on this, and after about 30 minutes of discussing ideas. We tried to run through one song, and my mum walked in, and we said, Ronnie went, shit, I got to catch the bus. So she went and caught the bus, and well, she was going to go and catch the bus. So look, let's just give this one last run through. So there we are, trusty old plastic mic, trusty old laptop, boom, away we go. And what you hear lyrically, harmonically, guitar-wise, is what is there. And at one point I go higher than her, which is phenomenal. That's never going to happen again. But it's a really tough song. I say it's a tough song to figure out, but it is a really, again, it's one of those things that was done in the moment. So from the start to the finish is what you hear. With Sample Man, you know, there was a lot of moments, cutting back to Sample Man, there was a lot of moments on that EP where, you know, kind of things were pulled in different directions. And I was intent on taking the idea of being accused of being a sample man, of just being a glorified karaoke act, and people giving me the plectrum eyes to say you can't play, and that idea set in motion really one of the, you know, once I'd done that EP and I put those songs together, I felt content. Recently, since doing Of the Moment Tunes in the Small Rooms, it's taken me back to my roots, because the next EP that we're going to produce is like nothing else I've ever done. I'm working with Mike Taylor, and I'm working with Mike Taylor on the majority of the tracks, and working with Dom at Mayfield Studio on the other tracks, because I just need the session musicians. I'm working with, most importantly, Tim Brownsey, who's a great songwriter, and this is something that I'm learning, is that John's a fantastic songwriter. He just you know, when he really starts to write, he's gonna be good. Tim, for me, is similar to myself. He kind of writes from the subconscious, but when he makes suggestions, they're good suggestions. And with Reinvented, he's done some really good things with that song, and he's turned something that me and Mike have done 5 versions of in the studio, which started off as a MIDI app, a guitar MIDI app that I had on my phone, that basically made me realise what the chords were I was playing back in the day on the piano that my band couldn't keep up with me with. So basically it's frustrating because Mike kind of throws in a lot of ideas, and I don't like to let Mike down because he works extremely hard. I don't like to let any of the producers down I work with, because they all work hard. Him, Lou, Nathan, Dom, John Hughes, who I did Wounded Soldier with in 24 hours, you know, that was awesome to work with him. Really good guy, nice guy. Kind of gave a roughness to that EP. But the point is, what we're doing now is something that's new, and it is touching on things that are actually going on now, and or have gone on, and that is something that I haven't done for a long time. I've played a character for a long time, a Joker, and a bit of a Joker, but I've played the performer, I've played that role. Now it's like a different thing, and I hope that when people listen to my EPs back to back, they kind of go, wow, there's a real noticeable, not just quality of sound, but sound difference. You know, it sounds the way it sounds because it's meant to sound that way in some regards, and I will stick by that. I honestly will. I feel that this new EP is gonna, well, the new songs that are gonna be recorded, I feel that they're at a place where one or two of them works really well, and that, been worked really well and rehearsed really well. And what needs to be finished up, a couple of songs need to be finished up. Some old songs, once again, need to be revisited, but there's no harm in that, and there's no harm in going into the vault, like going into my vault and then pulling one out and going, right, we're going to do this one. And I think that would be cool. But to see Tim, record and I'm a fan of his massively. I think it's going to be interesting to see how that works and songwriting with him as well, because as lyricists we come from similar backgrounds. There's a little bit more domesticity to what I do, and there's a bit more of a dreamlike nature to what Tim does, and there's a bit more urgency sometimes in what I do. But it'd be cool to write an EP with him, and I've already got songs for that in mind, and they're probably some of the best songs that I've composed, to be fair. So, it's an exciting time, but focus is what's needed, and what I often do is buckle. And I think by actually saying, okay, we've got the website now, we've got, we're getting a really good video shot by Jed Clist, we're getting back up from that. So we're helping people out get music therapy sessions, as well as giving showcases for new talent. These are all important things that are important to me, because again, it's going back, it's taking a step back to take 5 steps forward. And once you take 5 steps forward, you stay ahead of the game. I thought, I could do this, and this, and literally, I actually just genuinely thought, if I just threw myself into a studio with no reason or rhyme, with no idea, or with at least some idea of what I wanted to do, but you've got to have conviction. So anyone can write a song, but you've got to have conviction, you've got to have the idea, you've got to have the conviction in the idea, and you've got to roughly know who you want and why you want around them. And I would say, if you're recording with anybody, it's cool to have an idea there, but let that person be them, because if you don't, you might miss out on some magic. And I mean that in terms of Mike, John, Lou, Nathan, even myself. The minute I stop thinking is the minute I get really kind of creative, and I actually go, geez, I never thought that would happen. So that's really my guide to songwriting in 60 minutes. Just get your idea down. Just have an idea. It's like fitting a kitchen. Have an idea and get in the right people, and do it. And yes, it's going to cost money. Yes, it may. Some things may cost money. Some things may not cost money. Some things may take a lot of time. Some things may take less time. This is the challenge that we're in, and it's psychologically and physically wearing to the soul. But then so is having a kid, so is buying a house, so is fitting a kitchen. But I'd say songwriting is like fitting a kitchen, I have to say. You can't do everything on your own. That's my guide to songwriting. One thing I will say is, when I watched Lewis play the piano, my best friend, years and years ago, he came up with some beautiful cadences, and I tried to recover it off the hard drive recently, because I was going to make a dance track out of what he played, and just cut it up. But for me, that was when I realised anyone could write a song, because Lewis doesn't know any music chords or anything really, and and he was writing some beautiful little moments on there. So if he can do it, anyone can do it. But you've just really got to just let yourself go. And